Let's shift now to the world of All Elite Wrestling, as AEW is just finished hitting their Grand Slam and are now due for a revolution. It's been an interesting time in All Elite Wrestling. They've got a lot of headlines, that's for sure, but now as we focus back on the wrestling, I feel like they're maybe falling back into a couple of things that I'm not thrilled with. So let's take a look at where AEW is at right now after Dynamite this week. So this was obviously a big week for AEW. They had a very noteworthy episode of Dynamite, and they've actually had quite a few in a row here, as a lot, it feels like, has shifted toward the story element of it. Obviously, you still have incredible in-ring action. Beast Mortos against Kevin Knight this week was really good. And like Mark Davis against Jon Moxley was a fun match, and we're setting up for some real good ones down the line here. But there's been a lot more focus on the story over the last little bit. And obviously that starts with the world title picture on the men's side with Hangman Adam Page and MJF. We're adding stipulations to this as MJF was like, I knew you'd want something. No, we're going to have a wrestling match. I'm not going to go in your playground. Hangman says, okay, well, I want a Texas death match because I'm tired of you, and I know you're not going to want to do it, so let me put this on the line. I'll never challenge for the world title again if I lose to you in Texas death at Revolution. I can see where they got here storyline-wise. I just don't like it. I am willing to let it play out. Like, I'm not jumping to conclusion it's not going to be another failure from Tony Khan or anything like that. I don't know how you get out of this without feeling like you're taking a step back with one of your main characters. Like, if they do go through with this, and MJF like said, let's give it a week and let me figure this out, and so maybe there's an out there already to kind of pivot out of it, but if you have this stipulation and MJF loses, then all of a sudden he's back to where we were a few months ago, where like I can't beat this guy. I lost to Briscoe, Mark Briscoe. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on that. I lost to Mark Briscoe. I can't beat Hangman. I'm frustrated. Need to take a break and come back rejuvenated. Like, we did that already. And if he loses here to Hangman, aside from like it's in Texas death, like okay, but it feels like there's nowhere else for him to go other than kind of staying away from the title picture or just going away for a little bit. And I don't think either of those things are good right now when he does feel like he is kind of face of the company. Not kind of, like he does. Like he's the best promo. He's an incredible wrestler. Like he feels like that guy right now with this group. And so you either have that setback there or you have Hangman lose to MJF in your style of match, and now you can't go for the title. So either you have him doing all these side quests that made everyone sick of Cody Rhodes, or he has to try to get it back somehow, and the only way I can think that he gets to do that is by turning into the insane guy that he was when he was lighting houses on fire and hitting guys with bricks and putting needles in their mouths. Like, out of context, all of that sounds really wild. But I don't know on either side how either guy loses this and doesn't take a big step back. And for a company that has been moving forward, I think, a little bit, building some of that momentum, I don't know if you really need your main event guys to be taking those steps back right now. I feel like we should be establishing who is the guy in All Elite Wrestling. So I don't love it, but I'm interested to see if they can kind of pivot it a little bit or what follows. So they have my intrigue, but it's more just a please don't screw this up rather than a oh my god, what's going to happen here. I guess it could pivot into oh my god, what's going to happen here. Like, I thought they hit the exact right note at All In with Ospreay and Swerve against the Young Bucks, where like it was we're not going to go for the world titles for a year against your EVP status. You could see either of those, and that makes sense. The Hangman one, I just can't see it, but I also can't really see them beating MJF. So it isn't so much, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? There's a touch of that, but it is, oh my gosh, how are they going to get out of this? That I'm maybe a bit more intrigued by right now. But both guys, like, they're incredible promos, and they're both, it's going to be an incredible match, whatever they end up doing. But I'm interested to see where they go out of this. And then the other big news is that Swerve is a heel again, pulling Edwards in the way of Kenny Omega and the V-trigger, and then the attack on Kenny after. Swerve is always going to be that kind of tweenery one that can really like play between both, because he is like these were heel behaviors and he is firmly implanted on the heel side. But next week, if he says whose house, the whole place is going to go Swerve's house. People really enjoy what this guy does as a wrestler. I get like maybe you needed to even things out a little bit, because on the babyface side you do have not Andrade, sorry. You do have Hangman. You do have Kenny Omega. You have the Death Riders going on that side. You have Darby Allin going on that side. And then on the heel side, it's Andrade, MJF, and the Callis family, all 9,000 of them. So it does feel like it may be a little bit offset right now, but I don't know if Swerve was the guy to do this with, because it feels like the babyface run was a little incomplete. And I guess like it's been close to a year since coming back, helping out with the everything with the Death Riders and all of that, but it feels like we had more places to go, and this just feels like I guess he's bad again. Like it feels like an incomplete loop. You can explain it logically with Omega saying you're not the most dangerous guy in this company anymore, and that kind of awakening something in him, but I don't know if creatively this was the time to do it with Swerve right now. So we'll see if maybe they can prove me wrong going into Revolution and beyond, but right now that felt a little bit rushed to me. Both of these just felt, again, it's not devastating. This isn't gonna, I'm not Eric Bischoff saying, oh, there's no stories, TNA is the second best company in the world. That's not the case. But like there is some intrigue here, but it is bordering on, I don't know how you make this make sense, rather than, ooh, what could happen next. So maybe I'm just being a little bit too negative. I have been that way on AEW in the past. I love the matches, love the company. Like I'm not hating on them or anything. I do just find sometimes when I look at it more analytically, it does tend to lean on the negative side. So trying to be better about that and having a bit of optimism around all of this. But what did you guys think? What was it? Like great promos, great matches. Are we going in the right direction with AEW? Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and we can keep the conversation going there. And of course, this and all things that we do with Couch Potato Diary, presented by Sea of Dead. Head over to seaofdead403.ca if you're a wrestling fan. Some Stampede Wrestling stuff on the site, and we still got the Jerome shirts, all of that up on seaofdead403.ca. Go check that out.